Not only was 1978 an interesting year for Sesame Street, but specifically an interesting year for Sesame Street Christmases, and I do mean that plural. On December 3rd of 78, PBS broadcasted the much-beloved and award-winning Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, which naturally means that's not the one we're talking about. No, we need the one that's called the Special Sesame Street Christmas, because that's the one that sometimes gets compared to the Star Wars Holiday Special. But we'll check this out to see if that's a fair or unfair comparison. Both did air on CBS of that year. Both are in the variety show format. While the Star Wars Holiday Special preempted the Hulk, this one set its sights on preempting Wonder Woman. Also, both specials only aired once, although this one you can get on an official DVD. In case you didn't get your Sesame Street Christmas fill on December 3rd, a mere 5 days later, this aired on Friday, December 8th. And sure, there's other things you could have watched. There was Donnie and Marie. I mean, hell, that had a Star Wars special that I should probably get to at some point. Ooh, Different Strokes is on. And one of those weekly Let's Scare the Shit Out of Parents specials. Unlike Christmas Eve on Sesame Street, this one was not produced by the Children's Television Workshop, and it had no involvement of Jim Henson and Frank Oz, and a lot of the Muppeteers were working on the other special, which was being made at the same time. And of the Sesame Street Muppets, it only featured Oscar, Big Bird, and sort of Barkley. And of the humans, Mr. Hooper, Maria, Bob, and David were there. But the main focus was on the giant list of guest stars. Made by Bob Banner Associates, which made plenty of Christmas specials in the past, it did, however, still have writer Tom Dusmore, who wrote a number of Sesame Street episodes, while director Russ Petranto was mainly known for directing sitcoms and variety shows like NBC Family Christmas, The Crystal Gayle Special, and The Steve Allen Comedy Hour. So it did have an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Children's Program, but guess what it lost to? Enough of that, get to the Sesame Street characters that we know and love!
Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Leslie Uggums. You're looking at Sesame Street.
Not you, Leslie Uggums. Oscar, get in here and take over!
Hello, this is Oscar the Grouch speaking.
Okay, thanks, Oscar. He'll make sure they have the right kind of Christmas, stuffing kids in the mailbox to let Pinwheel deal with them, and dragging drunk dad around, plus a host of celebrities with nothing else to do. We've got Dame Edna, Luke Skywalker, and Aunt Edna too. Oh, don't spoil us, half a Smothers brother. I'm not sure who this one is. This is probably his only credit. And there's Mr. Magoo and the Sesame Street residents like it. Oh, that Bob and David. The other names I said were right, though. I like that the clips that they used for introducing the characters are from a scene that we see 5 seconds later. Don't scroll too far to get those clips. They want to get through this so fast, you can feel Carol Spinney reading from the script.
In a couple of weeks, it'll be laying out in the street waiting to be picked up by the trash truck.
Oscar's wish is for there to be no second take. He's not feeling the Christmas spirit, but why are they all shocked by this? Oscar not being into Christmas and giving them dirty shoes is something that probably happens every year. Hell, it makes him more mad when they put the shoe on the tree.
It's lovely, look!
You mean you like it?
Yeah. Love it, Oscar. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oscar isn't the best at picking up when they're patronizing him. Soon enough, Big Bird arrives as he's waiting for the snow.
Well, it's gonna snow any minute now.
That's funny. I didn't hear anything about snow in the weather report, Big Bird. Well,
but Bob, this is a Christmas special. Surprise snow is a must. Oscar's celebrity guest sense is tingling.
I just want to tell you, Miss Uggums, that I never miss any of your shows.
Oh, thank you, Oscar.
Knowing Oscar, he was trying to be insulting and didn't realize that her last name actually is Uggums. As for the gift exchange, clearly this was originally meant for guest star Elmer Fudd before he dropped out. This ruined Big Bird's mood so much he can't get the names right.
Gee, Bob and David and Maria and Mr. Looper.
Hoopa.
Hooper.
Oh, sorry. That's what the studio exec who never saw the show called him when he showed up to say, "Get to the singing."
I got a sweet niece, Lily, who comes from Butte.
I suppose it makes more sense to sing this here than if she sang this as Kizzy and Roots. Oh, that'd be out of place. Ooh, we're getting to the magic snow early! Or it's just Bert and Ernie letting Bernice the pigeon shit out the window to protest not being involved with the show. I guess this is making Big Bird feel better, singing about all the shitty gifts everyone gets? Oh, that's one way to say thanks.
Eddie, who lives in Rome, sent me this plastic mustache comb.
You dare not even notice some of the greatest sideburns on 70s television? Oscar's happy enough with his broken TV.
It was broken in shipment. I love broken stuff.
If Oscar can't watch the new Wonder Woman, then no one can. There's plenty of excitement going on in the special Sesame Street Christmas, more so than any comic book show.
Are we being attacked?
Yes, without Wonder Woman or the Hulk around, the Russians have decided to Red Dawn Sesame Street way sooner than planned. This special was worth it for Oscar saying, "Are we being attacked?" Like this is gonna get terroristy fast. The only Muppet left whose agent couldn't get him out of this is Barkley, a little bigger than usual, and this time played by gymnast Toby Towson. And it's getting cold outside. After all, it's like 11 p.m.
Dogs are so cold I can't even feel them anymore.
Listen, you know what we have to do? We have to think warm, like a...
Or you could just do this shit in the morning. Oscar will warm them all up, as if what Oscar gives them won't be gross.
Oh, Oscar, this is ice-cold lemonade.
It's also empty. You re-gifted Kirk Cameron's present. You're all lucky he didn't give you mugs of garbage water. How are they gonna cheer up Oscar?
No, you guys go ahead. I'll be there in a minute.
Leslie Uggums is gonna take care of Oscar and make it look like an accident. At least this is the first Christmas where Telly isn't pissing him off every 5 minutes, even if they still think singing will win him over.
Country roads with tractor plows.
Icy fields with shivering cows.
Damn, singing about random good things and bad things at Christmas time isn't helping either. If she doesn't cheer him up, she'll never get accepted at the Ghosts of Christmas Academy. Help us, Maria!
Leslie, don't pay any attention to him. He's always like that.
Anyway, you want this cat? Let's take a break before Barkley sees him.
Saturday, an unforgettable story of love and sacrifice. Shirley Jones stars in Who'll Save Our Children on the CBS Saturday night movie at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
We're back. Is it time to feed the cat yet?
Hey, let's get him something to eat. I'm sure Oscar's got something in that trash can of his.
I'm sure.
Don't give the cat garbage water either. Your apartment is right there. I'm sure you've got something better than trash, as if Oscar will like the cat.
That's the cat that on the evening of November 19th did willfully break it into my can.
Why is Oscar written like he's a guest villain on the Rockford Files later that night? This Oscar will bite you on the hand if you touch him.
I've never heard you badmouth trash before.
Hey, don't touch the grouch.
Have you forgotten Oscar's deathly cat allergy? In case you haven't picked up that he's the Scrooge of the story.
And I think I know how we can teach him a lesson just like they taught Scrooge. Come on, help me with this stuff.
Let's show him pictures of his lost love and make him think that he's dead. And that's their plan. Take his trash and hash out a scheme to give Oscar a Scrooge-style Christmas. Look how impressed they are.
If that doesn't shake Oscar up enough to get him into the Christmas spirit, nothing will.
Wow. It'll never work.
I've never seen Big Bird on such not give a shit mode, and I saw him sing about happiness while literally being blue. But who's gonna dress up as the ghost of Christmas past?
Leslie, I'm so glad I found you. I think I have the perfect gift for your niece.
Your niece likes being chased around by possessed toys with a butcher's knife, right? Why, Anne Murray, what are you doing here? Big Bird, look, aren't you happy now?
Of course, I could just go home and play my phonograph. Huh? Hint, hint.
Let Big Bird go home. He just wants to leave. He's the one having a worse Christmas than Oscar. Oscar seems fine with having a shitty Christmas. But Big Bird needs a nice song too.
I cried a tear.
Or a tune that starts with crying. What's odder than the song choice is the cutaway to those watching.
I sold my soul. You bought it back for me.
Aw, I love it when she gets to the purchasing souls part. While we're happy she sang her #1 single, You Needed Me, I figured Snowbird would be the obvious choice. Whatever, Big Bird likes it.
Oh, Ann, when you sing like that, I get shivers all over my feathers.
That's the laced garbage water. Now she's ready to teach Oscar a lesson, as he just keeps to himself and minds his own business.
Peace and quiet and a container of spinach yogurt.
Don't you all have anything better to do? No, it's not Christmas until someone dresses as a leprechaun, choosing Christmas to deliver his gold. Now he can remember back to when he was a child Grouch. Does she actually have magical powers that allows him to see into the past through an eggnog carton?
You were a happy tyke, we couldn't help but like. You were what Christmas should be.
Wow, I had no idea that Oscar was adopted, and that Bob used to be the town cop, and what the hell? Without Gordon around, the role of Willie Dynamite will be played by Northern Calloway. I'm half expecting them to just sing Skid Row from Little Shop of Horrors. Is he actually envisioning this, or are they just performing this in front of him as he looks through the carton? Either way, not buying it, impossible. Even Oscar calls out her shit.
You see, I was born a Grouch, as was my mother and my father. We Grouches go back all the way to King Oscar the Irritable.
The hell? You're royalty? Oscar can own this street! And bring some festive music this season.
Bring in the papers and the trash.
Yakety Yak isn't used enough amongst other classic Christmas hymns. I guess that wasn't a real vision that he had, or they're all just stuck in the present because the lineup from Hogan's Alley is still here, standing by and watching. I'll give this to CBS, they did kind of make it look like a real street here, as in a street you should never walk down in Gotham City. It's sometimes ambitious with the camera angles too, even if I'm starting to think she's a little obsessed with Oscar.
Look at that face. Just look at it.
Why is she stalking him, and why does she want to bang him? I'm guessing it'd be too on the nose if she stood on the steps and sang Maria. If Itchy were watching this in his virtual reality machine, he'd send it back for being too PG. I wouldn't say this special is terrible, just kinda awkward.
Look at that smile. Oh, it's lyrical.
Let Oscar apply his eyeshadow in peace. We're over halfway through. You got a lot of guest stars to cram in during the rest of this. I guess it's now time for the Ghost of Christmas Present. Once they get done acting like jackasses again. Good, Imogen Coca. That crosses one off the guest star list. She's bringing him his favorite, a sandwich drenched in dog piss like in Vacation. Oscar can now see everything he's missing on Christmas. It's perfect if your plan is to make him glad that he slept in, even if they're singing about insulting him.
Oscar's left us, he's gone on the run. But what the heck? He's not any fun.
Okay, now he's just gonna think you're all talking mad shit about him behind his back. What say you, Henry Fonda?
Christmas is still being in my bathrobe at 11 o'clock in the morning, sitting in my easy chair.
Thank you. You can now go back to finishing your TV Guide crossword now. We gotta hear from others about what Christmas means to them.
Christmas is your next door neighbor trying out his new snowblower while you're trying out your new stereo.
So you're the neighbor who broke in and stole my stereo.
Christmas is watching my grandma open her presents real carefully so that the wrapping paper can be used again. That's not my style.
Then Grandma had a startle and died.
Christmas is getting a wonderful phone call from someone you love and not even caring that it comes just as you're sitting down to dinner.
Aw, who would interrupt a dinner with Eleanor Roosevelt?
Christmas is licking the frosting off a cookie, then putting it back on the plate without anybody seeing it.
You did what? You little bastard! Oscar had better have a change of heart by the end of this, or they'll all have stayed awake for 36 hours doing this plan for no reason. Margaret Thatcher, you need to help us out! Oscar is the only thing we care about this Christmas. She tells them to give it one more shot. Ethel knows what to do.
The sun'll come out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Oscar seems like the type who chills out with his Annie soundtrack. If that doesn't work, we'll try Bless Your Beautiful Hide from Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This special just had a list of songs to perform, and when someone asked for a plot, they said, oh, we'll just do A Christmas Carol. Everyone else does. We'll be right back for the cameo that's probably the main reason for this existing.
Sunday, it's a special All in the Family.
I've been seeing another man.
And the Bunker's California Christmas is loaded with surprises. Tomorrow on CBS.
Welcome back, people.
One of the main reasons for seeing ghosts is because you are not keeping yourself busy enough.
Holy shit, it's Weird Harold! Oh wait, Michael Jackson, the one thing from the special that always gets referenced. He's on most of the box covers, and looking up clips, you'll mainly find this clip. Oh wait, am I talking too much?
Thanks, pal.
See you later. Bye.
Damn, well that was a quick scene. That was his entire cameo, by the way. He gives Oscar a book and doesn't even sing. We gotta get to the arrival of Dynamo. He'll be the one to defeat Oscar as the running man. Oh, it's Dick Smothers as the ghost of Christmas future. He doesn't look like a man from the future. He looks like a homeless man built his own spaceship to prove the earth is flat. Dickie tells him that everyone has moved away because they hated being around Oscar so much. Well, that's easier than just giving him an eviction notice. Giving him the cat Tiny Tim's collar will do.
I know who this belongs to.
That's right. Someone else who wanted to believe in you, Oscar.
Your bitterness killed a cat, Oscar. How's this gonna help Oscar? Now he knows everyone hates him. He's gotta make sure the cat doesn't die, though.
Hey, look, you gotta take better care of yourself, huh? Hey, you want some mackerel?
You could give him all of that frozen lemonade you still have. That is enough for him to feel feelings.
Merry Christmas, Tiny. Love, Oscar.
And thus Christmas has been saved.
If just one person believes in you.
Now he's back to being a grouch again. Plus, he just thinks everyone in the street has suffered a breakdown. They've successfully converted Oscar to their Life Day celebration. If you're wondering where the other Muppets are, they're in the giant wicker man to offer a sacrifice to our savior. Really, he just wants to save the cat from these weirdos. Tell them what they want to hear so they'll leave you alone.
I can't hear you, Oscar.
What?
Merry Christmas, everybody!
We're gonna stand by and make sure you stay in a good mood. He loves Christmas so much now that in the group shot, he's not even there. Oh, there he is. He's forgiven all of them for lying to him about time travel. Gotta say, this wasn't that bad. I wouldn't say it's like the Star Wars holiday special. The Star Wars special, you can tell something is wrong from the very beginning. This one, if I saw it when I was a kid, I wouldn't have thought anything of it, other than the Christmas Eve one is better. Though it does have a few nice moments still, and it being a variety show adds to the 70s time capsule nature of it. But there's not really anything outlandish or truly weird about it that sets itself apart from a lot of variety shows. The main problem is that it does feel a bit half-assed, and it is pretty cynical. Like, you can feel it that it's Sesame Street by way of network executives. The first and probably only priority is just the musical stars and the songs that, again, don't really have anything to do with the plot, which was already pretty freaking thin. There's guests here that are very crowbarred in and could be edited out with zero confusion. But if someone grew up with it, I could see why they'd like it. We'll see you all next year, and if you missed any of the Cinema Snob Christmas episodes this year, check out our handy playlist of holiday episodes of the past, present, but not future. I haven't mastered that technology yet like Dickie Smothers has.
Whoa!